What is up, all you people out there in YouTube, Facebook land? How you doing?
We're still not on YouTube.
We're not on YouTube yet. We are actually on YouTube. Actually, if you followed us, we are on YouTube. So we do have.
We're not on YouTube
an
right
upload
now.
of YouTube, but not right now. We are streaming live on Facebook. This is Blanket Fort Chronicles, guys. We are so excited to be back. This is week 2. This has happened pretty fast. I know we're supposed to be doing this.
This is episode 2.
But this is also week 2.
It is week 2.
But yeah. So this is supposed to be a monthly thing, and we kind of just hit it back to back, and we're just really excited to be here. I'm looking at this camera now. Okay, awesome. So hey, you kind of know us. You kind of got to know us last week. Josh Todd says, "What is Bubba wearing?" Well, that's great because Bubba didn't get the memo. We told him we were going to wear Christmas sweaters today, and so yeah, he's rocking it out. And so yeah, so we're gonna start right there. We got Bubba, we got Bob. We're gonna kick it right over here. We got Kramer,
the Crispy Crames,
Crispy Crame. We got Kevin, and we got 2 super special guests. I'm so excited today. We've got Kasey, my man Kasey, and we've got Brent, Maddron. Guys, why don't you go ahead and just tell them a little bit about yourself and just introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Brent Maddron, and I live in Decatur, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and I've got 2 beautiful girls. So happy to be here, man. Bob, you got a freaking awesome studio. I wish people out there could see this, how cool it is. It's just so cool. And I was looking back there in, I think your music booth, is that what that's called?
Yeah, the vocal booth.
And it's like the 10 Mile Band or whatever. And yeah, Bob had that old crooked hat, like, in sync.
Now it's backwards.
And Bubba looks like Gene Wilder on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with a top hat, so it's cool stuff.
It's great. Kasey?
Okay, I am Kasey Goins, and I'm from 10 Mile, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If you know where that is, if you do, then I'm sorry. If you don't, then 10 Mile is a legendary band, though.
10 Mile is a legendary band, yeah.
10 Mile is a legendary band. I keep wanting to look at this monitor that's in front of me, but then it's throwing me off. But, man, I'm Kasey Goins. I've got 4 kids. I'm married not to my high school sweetheart, but to a beautiful young lady. We've been married 7 years, and I'll tell you, dude, the anticipation of just being here, listening to that really sweet music, and then Bubba's just sitting there like,
ready to roll.
I mean,
I'm dancing.
So ready
to roll.
So ready.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We're so excited. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I look the best again for the second week in a
you
row.
Look the best.
Killing it. 100%. Killing it.
Yes. So yeah, I mean that's our introductions. That's who we are. We've also, if you notice, the set is a little bit different. I mean, we got a table now. We had to go all out for the table. Obviously, we're adding 2 other people, and sometimes. Kevin, sometimes in life, life changes. Sometimes if you're in a home, if you're in a blanket fort, sometimes you got to make that blanket fort a little bit bigger. As your family expands, that's what you got to do. And absolutely, we are going to shout this out right now because
I know a guy for that.
I know a guy for that too. Because who's your guy?
My guy?
Yeah.
My guy. Wait, watch. Here it comes.
There he is, right
There's
there.
my guy.
James Lacombe, call where bigger.
Yes.
Whether you're looking to upgrade your blanket fort, or you're looking just to outright buy a new one, this is the guy you want to call right there. Because as your families expand, you got to expand everything else around you. And that's what he's here for. So what we're going to do, because listen, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, we sold out. We absolutely sold out.
Immediately.
I mean, as quick as he could ask me, absolutely, we sold out. And we will continue to do that. We will sell out every single time because we're buying new equipment. We're trying to get this going. We're getting this going. Austin Lacombe says, still waiting for the Chad cut. You're going to get that Chad cut, I promise. You will get it at some point. But yeah, hey, James Lacombe, we're going to put a pinned comment up there for him. Reach out to him, talk to him. And he's just a great dude. And he would love to help you find your blanket fort of your dreams. And that's right. That's what it is.
I like it.
But today, we've got Kasey Goins. We've got Brent Maddron. Guys, we are starting our own podcast in January. And so we are we're kind of getting that, just letting everybody meet you and kind of get an idea of what that's going to be. And so what's the name of the podcast?
It's actually Juxtabros.
Juxtabros podcast.
Yes.
And so what does Juxtabros mean?
I don't know. No.
But it's
No idea. We just thought
No
of it
clue.
before.
Just here, so
It
don't be
sounded-
fine.
It looked good on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know. The graphic looked good, and I said, I don't know what that means.
Merch.
Never heard of it.
Jim Baca says he loves us. We love you, Jim.
Jim.
Mom's
you're a
watching.
superstar.
Hi, Mom.
So juxtapose is actually a play on words. Juxtapose, which means to put two different objects beside each other for contrasting effect. So it's me, you, Brent, three
Yeah.
different dudes from three very different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Or just examining topics. It don't matter what it is. We might deal with true crime one week. It might be politics. What we wanted to do is not have a Christian podcast, although we're Christians.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do a podcast of three dudes that are Christians doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And we wanted to come at it an angle where, hey, we're just an average, ordinary people trying to just talk about issues.
Yeah.
Right, Brent?
Absolutely.
It's a man of few words.
Ditto.
I'm excited.
He said ditto.
Got it.
That is awesome. Yeah. So the tagline for that is, was it different peas, same pod?
Different peas, same pod.
Different piece, same pod, and that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. I know, like, this is geared to more just like the stupid, funny stuff that happens in life, but that's great. But also, there's a lot of real issues that we deal with just as people, and
I'm listening.
I don't imagine that whether to stand up or sit down to wipe will be the first
yeah, that's
conversation
probably
they
not the
have.
issues that we're gonna be running
The
into.
tissue we're talking
We'll run
about.
into
Oh,
issues, I'm
man.
sure.
But
I am totally sure.
It's not to say it's not going to be funny, but it's just going to be us talking about issues of where
Yeah.
we come from, and I'm really excited about it. I think us three dissecting any issue should be interesting. So.
Yeah, it just should be interesting to see any take on that. But so yeah, we're really excited about that. We don't know the exact date. I think we're going to be starting maybe the second or third week of January,
Yeah.
but we're going to nail that down and we'll get that out to you guys as
Did
soon as we
show that
find it.
awesome graphic.
Yeah, can we show that? Can we show the graph again? We just threw Chad off a little. Sorry, Chad. She's going to pull that up again.
That's what you
Let's
say.
look at that. Boom.
mean, look
Man,
at
that
that.
looks so good.
Oh my God.
So
That
stinking
is
good.
pretty dope.
So it's,
Those are
yeah,
actually us.
that's
Is that Justin
that-
Bieber on the
that-
list?
Those are
I'm-
actually us.
I'm the
Frame
one
for
on the-
frame
In
silhouette.
high school.
Yeah,
In high school.
Brent looked that good in high school. I didn't look that good in high school.
I
That's amazing.
ate the old Brent.
Oh,
He ate the old Brent. That's awesome. That
Well,
is
hey,
awesome.
before we go too much farther, just a quick shout out. I've got somebody watching from a long ways away. She's got a birthday coming up. Her name is Ella.
Ella.
She's
Ella.
my adopted
Hey.
niece, if you will. So everybody tell Ella happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Ella.
Hey, Ella.
Happy,
I
and
appreciate
Bubba's
that.
Bubba's gonna sing to you. Can we just get
Yeah.
a close up on Bubba? Get it for
Yeah.
me,
Can we zoom in?
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna sing, but I do have some gifts for our guests
Oh,
tonight.
Lord.
What?
So yeah. Oh really?
What?
And we are gonna.
If you can just pass this down
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
Oh
and
my!
don't-
I have
squeeze it so
no
you-
idea
I
what's
don't
in
know.
there.
I didn't know this was going to happen.
It's a
I
bidet.
really truly did not know this was gonna happen.
So just open at the same time.
Oh,
I
my
wanted
goodness.
something that
Oh,
would
my
fit your
goodness.
heads. I know
That is a large.
Wow.
I mean,
it should be a perfect fit.
Should be a perfect fit, he said.
that's
Yeah.
that is
This would
amazing.
fit your caricature's head. Now,
See, I'm not the
Yes,
one who
it
sees
would.
Bubba, I am
Yes, it
so
would.
honored, man.
I love y'all.
I will let my dog wear this, and I'm so happy you got this for me, man. Like,
That's great.
Hippie,
It came from the
Hippie's
heart.
dead. Henry will be
Oh,
so.
Lord.
Oh,
Henry will be so.
Rip
happy.
hippie. Everybody, if we get F in the chat
Rest
for
in peace,
hippie.
You know?
Yes, F in the chat for hippie, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Kayla? Kayla says thank you. Oh, that's Kayla. That's
Yeah. That's Ella's
That's
mom.
Ella's mom.
Yeah.
Will you tell her she's so welcome, super welcome, and if it's her birthday again tomorrow, we'll sing it again tomorrow because that's
We didn't sing it today.
We
we didn't sing it. We'll
but-
say it again. I'll say it until
but
I'm blue
he
in the
said
face.
it.
He did.
Until I'm. Oh, but also, hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there because I was supposed to FaceTime somebody. Hannah Couch. It's her birthday today.
Wow.
Birthday today.
What?
So I will sing
What's
it
up,
to
Hannah?
Happy birthday to you. Don't
Yeah.
laugh because I say birthday because I
Bert.
don't have the H with it.
It's okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hannah Couch. Happy birthday to you. So yeah, that's for
Yeah,
you,
we
Hannah.
did it, Mom.
Right here on,
Yeah.
on the
So
blanket
good.
for
That was,
Chronicles podcast. That's even better than FaceTime. So,
You too,
so good.
for the mere price of $4.99, can get your birthday shout out.
listen, we will sell
Like you
birthdays.
gotta understand. Yeah, we have no
This whole
price.
episode's just one big plug.
Yeah, we sold out so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. That's awesome.
I love it.
But hey, you were telling me about a game that you saw, and I think it would be so fun if we just started off with that.
Okay. All right. So I follow another show that does this, and I was like, this is great. We need to bring this here. So the whole concept is really, really simple. Okay? We all get to have a superpower. Everybody gets to choose a superpower. But everybody else gets to choose like the downside of your superpower.
So the contingency.
The contingency.
So
The, yeah.
No,
well,
no,
so-
not the kryptonite.
No, yeah, but
No?
you have a superpower, but the only way you can use it is if this happens.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
when you do this, it,
Give
it
an
goes
example.
away.
Give an example. of
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna need you to fish.
So the one of them that I heard on this particular podcast was greatest thing ever, and it is this guy has the ability to run like the Flash. Okay, so basically he is the Flash.
Yeah.
But for that to happen, he has explosive diarrhea the entire time he's running.
Oh,
So that's the
I
contingency.
got it.
So
okay.
that's the contingency.
I got it.
So that's
But
where we're going.
Before we get into this, your wife, Ricky, says, what about this mama's birthday?
Well, her birthday's the 8th.
Oh, it's the 8th. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you'll get that in 4 days.
The cutoff was the 7th.
No
Oh, yeah.
fronts.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, Bob, if you'll do the honors.
Okay. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Renee. Am I singing it? Am I going to sing
Yes,
it?
you're going to sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ricky. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.
Another beautiful.
I mean,
It's another $4.99.
$4.99. I'll put my money in the pot later.
There it is.
Can of
That's
coin.
all.
So good.
So can of
Okay.
corn. Just give me can of corn. So yeah. Okay. So this can be interesting. So all right.
So one of us chooses the downside.
No.
No.
There, like if
No,
Bubba
Yeah,
was
collective.
going-
Yeah, so we choose our superpower, and then everybody else has to come up with a contingency for that person. Austin, your birthday's in June.
He's gonna be that
Happy
guy. Right?
If I sing it now, I'm not singing it in June.
Austin's gonna be that guy this whole time.
He's gonna be that guy. He is absolutely that guy.
This is
That
what
is
happens
amazing.
when you interact with your audience.
And that's another thing about Juxta Bros.
Yeah.
Is that we wanted no live interaction
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
We wanted to totally be able to edit.
Yeah.
Because there's no telling what we might say.
Yeah, that's true.
So thank you.
That's true. That is true.
They're on a 2-week delay.
Oh yeah. Hey, Lenny's birthday is Saturday. Okay. Happy birthday. I'm so tired of singing. Happy birthday to
poor
you.
guy's getting
Happy
over it.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lenny. Happy birthday to you on this Saturday.
Yay!
$4.99.
Can of coin.
We
Can of
need
coin.
that graphic flashing up.
There's James Lacombe says I have beautiful grandbabies, and guess what, James? You just got a killer shout out from us earlier.
Yes.
So
Did.
yes, you did. You're gonna get so many people are gonna buy houses from you right now.
Man.
So many
Yes.
blanket
It's
forts.
crazy.
Blanket
Oh my
forts.
goodness.
So many blanket forts will be.
Galore.
Yes. Shout out Lenny. Awesome. So yeah, Lenny's watching right now. Shout out Lenny. Get it, boy.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, let's
I think we start with Kramer.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
So Kramer gets to choose a superpower.
Okay.
And I just verbalized the superpower.
You just
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you want? What's the thing you want to be able to do?
That's a good question. You know what? Let's say superhuman strength.
Superhuman strength.
Yeah.
Superhuman
I'm
strength.
gonna test the waters here, and then I might
Okay.
be a little bit more
So straight up, Mr.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like
Mr. Incredible type like strength.
Mr. Incredible.
For sure.
Okay.
And then I think
All
we
right.
can throw some out there and just kind of figure out what would be the best for that. Like, what if your nipples were just so sensitive that it like made you
You're
made you
already
cry? Like super sensitive nipples, but you were really strong. Like
You
painful.
definitely-
Yeah.
No,
sensitive.
no, I
That's a
think
great
I
trade-off.
think it has to be more than that.
Okay. What do we got?
What do you mean? What do we got
So-
more
okay,
than that?
Charlie never sleeps ever. That's what it is.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Charlie, I know, but this is the life of a superhero,
Right.
I'm just telling you.
There-
Yeah.
Do I
there's
get to
some
pick
good-
my own?
No,
like-
we
no,
picked
no,
the
no.
contingency.
So-
Okay, dang it.
Charlie stays up for 1 year. It doesn't affect her any. It affects you, and that's what heroes have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's the people they love.
So Chuck gets
Chuck.
pretty much is up 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
Not affected by it.
Yeah. Now it does still affect Chad, so you still have to deal with Chad
So I
because
have to deal
Chad's
with-
got to deal with it.
Bruh.
Yeah, but you're super strong.
He said, "Bruh."
But I'm super strong.
Yeah, but you're super strong.
Hey, there's really strong men that kids have made buckle.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Chuck's a good baby though.
Yeah.
She's very.
Well, she won't be after
Chuck,
about month
after-
6.
Let's say yeah. Usually, I think week 1
Yeah.
I would
After
carry.
she's been up longer than half a 10 miles, she's not going
Okay. All right. So
I'm just going to tell you.
so are we saying that he's got super strength, but to have it, his baby
can't
has to
sleep
be up
24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
It's just an idea.
I
Wait,
like it.
for a year every time he does it, or
Just
Oh, that would
like-
suck if the clock reset.
no, you're only strong for a year though. That's it.
I mean,
Oh.
Austin, man, I want to tell you.
ouch.
I want to
Austin's
see you
got it.
Sunday, Austin.
Austin's coming out. He said
Hey,
he
and
said it needs to be
you
tied
know
to
it's strong.
superpower.
Hey,
It needs
the
to be
only-
tied to superpower.
The only
Yes,
reason
it
you
needs.
would
Well,
say
that's
that,
that's what I'm saying. I think it needs to be tied to superpower,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
it has
has
so
to be.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
we gotta figure out
okay,
some way-
wait.
Okay.
So he can use it's super strength, right?
Yeah.
But every time he does, he has like the worst gas you've ever smelled. You know, because when you're straining to
Right,
lift something,
right.
like that's when they're going to slide out.
Yeah.
So it's like so bad that anybody around him just faints.
Yeah.
So here he is, like, I'll save you.
Which renders it kind of useless to even have.
And
Yeah.
I guess when you're out in the woods,
when you're out in the
Yeah. If you're a
lifting
lumberjack.
trees.
Yeah. Okay.
Courtney's saying he must have had this superpower the whole time. Like, he's had this
Yes.
superpower a long
He's
time, and he's
always
not
had
showed
it.
his strength.
That is
crazy.
amazing. That is awesome. Well, yeah. Okay. Let's go
Okay.
with that then. Let's go with
so
that.
just obnoxious,
Just obnoxious
gnarly gas
gas.
every time
Super
he
gassy.
uses his strength at all.
Which
I,
could.
I think this is a good warm up round. I
Yeah,
think
it's-
we're going
it's
to
a good
get
warm-up
yeah.
round.
Yes.
We'll figure it
We
out.
can definitely do a
We'll
lot
get
Hey,
better.
we're tweaking. We're tweaking.
All right.
What about you?
All right, me, teleportation, hands down.
I love teleportation.
I want
That's good.
teleportation.
Okay.
I'm taking the best.
What about
one.
wherever you teleport, you're in a prison cell?
Or
No
even
matter where you go.
or a Denny's bathroom.
Or if any worse.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
That's
In his
creative.
bathroom. That is fantastic.
And it could be female or male. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I like that a lot.
I can still
I'm down-
teleport, and I won't be hungry.
I'm down with that.
But hey, but what if there's not a Denny's?
Waffle House.
You can,
I'll take
yeah,
waffle.
The
You know
Denny's
what?
are the hubs. Denny's are the
Denny's
hubs.
or the
Yeah, but not abandoned Waffle Houses.
no.
Or like the cultural equivalent.
But they're
The cultural
yeah.
equivalent.
There's
of
always
Denny's.
going to be somebody named Darlene working. I promise.
Even in Germany.
in certain areas, it's Darlene.
Darlene.
Dolly.
Um,
I love it. Yes. Yeah, that's great. I like that one a lot.
All right.
What's you?
Man, it's a tough question.
I know it is.
I guess go back in time. Can I do that?
Yeah,
Is
you,
that one?
You could, that would be. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, let's go back in time. Time travel.
Time
Time
travel.
travel.
So
Okay.
just go back in time, or just time travel in general.
Yeah.
Time travel in
Time-
general.
Time
Okay,
travel
time
in
travel in
general,
general.
but whenever you do, you're completely naked.
I knew that was coming.
That
knew it.
horrible recurring dream.
Dude, if I had a
You
dream,
just unlocked his nightmare.
if I had a dream of how many times I was at church naked, like I'm telling you, and it's usually like I'll get on stage and I'll have the guitar in front of me,
You're like, oh, no.
and then but I'm clothed, and then like about song 2, I'm like, oh crap again. So I'm like, well, yeah.
Man.
Sorry, folks.
So
Yeah.
no matter where I go,
No matter where you
Yeah,
go,
no
It
matter
doesn't-
where you
even if
go.
it's 5 minutes before, you're
You
naked.
show up naked.
so I would be time traveling back when I was 18 a lot. Because I wouldn't be doing future cases. Or this case.
No, it's
It'd be like,
this Casey.
no,
You're
no,
always this
I'm
Casey.
always this Casey.
You're always this
Yeah.
Casey.
Stipulation to my time travel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're
Y'all
this
can only
Casey.
stipulate what happened.
No,
I mean,
no,
like,
no.
So if you time travel, like I'm saying, like you can time travel
It's
to like
you.
the 1600s,
So
but wherever you go, you're naked.
I'm still me.
You're, yeah,
Yeah, you're still you, but you're
43-year-old
naked.
Casey.
and you're naked.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I gotta start working
One
out.
one pretty cool like way to look at that too is like maybe not going back naked, but whatever time period you decide to go to, it's like a major event of that time period.
And you're naked.
In the middle of it.
We're stuck in there. It's like, I like it. Going back to
steer clear of-
Ford Theater and
steer-
Lincoln's getting
Yes,
assassinated.
like
Steer
boom, it's
clear of
happening.
You're naked with a box of
1944.
popcorn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
steer
But-
clear of
but because you're naked,
1941,
it stops
42,
it.
43.
Yeah.
But you have
Yeah,
one sock
but
though.
because
One sock.
you can do
One
so much
sock.
good with that. Think about
One
it.
song.
One song.
He's naked, but has
One song, and you get to choose where it goes. It doesn't have to go.
Oh, okay.
So, one song.
Oh,
But
okay.
how amazing would that be to go back to Ford's Theater and literally prevent an assassination just because you were naked? You know what I'm saying? Do you think
It would
he's,
definitely
do you think,
distract
do you
them.
think
Oh, that's
he's
making
shooting
the history
anybody?
books.
Yes.
Is he shooting anybody?
There's this reoccurring theme.
A straight-
He's shooting me. I can't time travel anymore. He's
Crazy.
He's shooting me.
Oh God,
That's
oh,
who you
that's
shoot.
great. That
I
is
love
awesome.
it. All right, so he can time travel, but he shows up naked.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like it. All right, Brent, what you got?
Can I have like unlimited money? Like, would that be like a?
No, it's got to be a
physical ability.
yeah,
you
something
could say.
kind of tied to
I
you.
would say like,
Invisible man.
yeah, well, yes, I like that because I was gonna say X-ray vision, but then y'all think I'm a pervert or something. So I'm gonna go with I'll be invisible.
You be invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob, I think I've got this one.
What's that?
All right, for him to be invisible.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in order for you to go invisible, you have to murder a kitten.
Oh crap!
So-
dude.
So,
In
so,
order to do
so
that.
Brent's got a bag of kittens, and he's like, "Oh man, this requires me to be invisible." Snap.
Yeah, and not
PETA is
cats,
shutting us down right now.
Kittens.
It does hurt.
not because there's a lot of people out there who agree with me that I mean, hey, if I could kill my cat right now and go invisible, I would in a heartbeat, even if it was just for one
Even if
time.
you didn't go invisible.
Yeah, I mean, Ruth is just that person. I mean, shout out to Ruth. I hate you, Ruth. You know this. It should have been you. Mac was the good one. But I'm just saying, Ruth is awful. If anybody wants a free cat, you're so welcome to have a cat. I will ship
Ruth.
that cat all the way across this world. It does not
Hey.
matter.
I heard we had some problems last week. You had some problems with like saying, like it thought you said cuss words. He said ship.
I said
with
ship.
A P.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that was
ship.
also
That was a
hilarious.
ship
If
with a
you
ship.
if you had the captions on Facebook, it thought we were saying
yeah.
a bunch of things that we did not say.
We have not.
Yeah,
Cussed
it did not at all.
Yet.
Yeah, so did not happen.
Bubba said.
Candace
yeah.
said, "What the crap?" Listen, I will ship this cat to you with a P, but I'm. But also, thank you, Gabe, Rip Mac. He was great. But also, I'm not going to overnight it, so it will be. I will make sure it's the long shipping. If it survives, it survives. I don't know.
It's
I
in an
can't stand
envelope
this
with
cat.
like 74
Yeah.
stamps.
Yeah. Mac was the good one. Mac was amazing. We've got a picture of like I photoshopped a picture of Jesus holding my dead cat, like Eugene Mac. You remember it?
There was a funeral.
There was a
Yeah,
there was a
there was
eulogy. I
actually a
sent it out to all
eulogy.
my friends.
Yeah, I
So
do
Rip
remember that.
Mac, he was the greatest. But yeah,
So,
so
this could
you
be the bag.
that's the bag.
That's the bag.
That's the bag of
That's
kittens.
the bag.
But you have to you just and then you can go invisible.
Yep. Then you're invisible.
I think another less like twisted way of presenting that
Less
is like
twisted.
you can go invisible, but you have to whistle in order for you to stay invisible.
The entire time.
I love
That's
that.
funny
You know
too.
what? That's
That's
good.
great.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
like
It's
that.
like wow, that ever gets rid of the whole
You better hope you don't run out of
stealth
breath.
factor.
And if you run out of whistle, you come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
for a second to
wow.
breathe.
Or you have like an uncontrollable
You
cough.
gotta be quick.
Yeah. That is amazing.
So if I quit whistling, I
Visible
reappear in
again.
front of
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the only way you can engage it is to whistle.
That is great.
Yeah.
That's a good
So you have to
one. I love
maintain
that.
it.
That is amazing.
That's a
Yes.
lot
There we
better
go.
than Kitty homicide. So.
Yeah, I like that better than kitty homicide.
Nicole said, "Bubba, where did you get those?" I can't really read that. What's that say? I need one. Where did you get those
those.
big hats? I need one. Does that say big hats? Does it say
Yeah.
pennyhose or big hats?
Uh,
They look so
I
much
think
alike.
I think it was Walmart.
There you go.
Josh said ASPCA is calling. Listen, I've got them on speed dial. I've been trying to get them to take this stupid cat off my hands for years. So yeah. So
All right. All right. So what you got, Bob?
okay.
What is
okay.
Bob's
So for me,
superpower?
because I
Oh,
would have
my
said
Lord.
teleportation too, because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go with shape shifting. So a shapeshifter, yeah.
So anything.
In the context of
that?
like look like other people.
In the context of me just being able to shapeshift, I can turn into another person or
another thing?
a cat or like a
living thing.
living
It can't
thing.
be an
A
animal.
living
A living
organism.
thing. And I would never change into that stupid cat, Ruth. I would never change her. I would change into Mac because he was amazing, but not Ruth.
change into Ruth and jump in front of
Yeah, I was
traffic.
about to say, why don't you change the roof and get hit or something?
Yeah. So not Ruth.
No,
but
wait.
a living,
Is it
has-
change into it or is it
like I morph my
become
body,
it?
my look like it, like
Oh,
Mystique,
okay, all right.
like
so
Mystique,
Just, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
but
assume
way
the-
hotter than Mystique.
You don't assume the abilities or powers like
No,
of whatever you turn into.
no, I just look like it.
No, that's
Yeah.
Just look like it. All right. So what's his downside?
What if every time he morphs, he has to keep his head? like no matter what he says.
Is she coming through?
Were you coming through on that one?
I have no idea.
Did you hit Take?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay.
You were coming through?
I'm on talk A.
You were?
Yeah,
Okay, have you been on Take the whole time?
probably.
Okay, then you
Okay.
guys have been hearing Chad.
Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
well,
Chadwick.
You guys have been
Did
hearing
we
Chad.
free Chad by accident?
We
Okay.
freed Chad accidentally.
Free chat.
That is hilarious.
So you
Yep.
have to keep.
Yeah, so there's so now we
that
know.
Chad just went away.
Chad has been on this entire time.
Yeah,
Chad's
that,
not
that, that
on it
explains
now.
the room
You
noise.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got you now. There we go. Awesome.
Wow.
So yeah, so
Shoot.
Chad's been in there probably cussing because Chad's been dealing with us. Instead, we can hear Chad loud and clear. There you go,
There
Chad.
we go.
You've been on this whole time.
Chad Freed.
Yeah, so every time you morph, like if you morph into a duck, you still have Bob's head.
Bob's
I love
head.
it. I
With a
love it.
duck
Let's roll
body.
with that.
I love
I
it.
can roll with that.
That's a
I can
good
roll
one.
with that. That's awesome. What
All
about
right,
you,
Bob.
Bob?
About missing my mouth, so this is about to be all over myself.
Bub needs to be a funnel.
So y'all took a lot of the good ones.
Oh, there's still plenty.
I don't know, man. I
There's
think
still
flying would be pretty cool,
That's
but
that's a good
also
one.
like to never age. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh,
Stay
so
young
I like
forever.
that.
forever young.
so
All
there's-
right. So which one though? Are you want to go? Are you going to fly?
Let's
Or-
do the age thing. I think that's cool.
Okay.
The age
Okay.
Just,
thing.
I
So
don't
you're,
have to
so you're
age.
essentially forever young.
Or like the ability to change your age. Like
So just all you have to do is just be woke. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, we can identify.
Yeah.
as
You can
anybody.
identify as
Whatever
whatever
we
age you
want.
want to
that
identify.
is true.
I'm
You
a,
can identify it as whatever.
You can. You can.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
That's your superpowers. You're going to be woke.
Let's do it.
I think it's
let's do
punishment
it.
enough. You know? I think it's, he just canceled himself.
That is awesome. Yeah. Okay. So that's you want to
It definitely
to
got
never
better.
age.
Yeah.
To never age. Do you want to circle back since you were the first one?
Do you want to trade your superpower?
Yeah.
You can trade it.
Well, let's do that because we were kind of
like.
like off our game a little bit on the first one. I think we definitely got on our game a little bit more.
Okay. My special ability that I would like is that anytime I attempt to learn something new, I instantly learn it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Austin said you can fly, but Kasey is naked.
That's
So every time I fly,
I want that
gets
one.
naked.
That's amazing. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you say?
So like I have the ability to learn anything in an instant.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So if I
All
want,
right.
and that's anything, whether that's like a new concept.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
just like instant knowledge, like
Instant
download
knowledge.
it, kind of like Chuck
cool.
from the
Oh.
from the series Chuck.
Yeah, from the
so you can
series
kind of
Chuck.
download it.
Yeah.
Okay, but you get instant amnesia and you forget everything else.
So it negates everything.
Yeah. No. You remember like what?
You
Like-
still have the ability.
But did I forget what
but
I
you don't
learned?
know what you did.
Yeah.
Like, I have that ability.
What did I learn?
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
one day I just run across it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You're like
do
that
it.
What have I
assassin
done?
that
I
has
made this
amnesia is
masterpiece.
just like all of a sudden like kill somebody and like how do I know how to do that?
Yeah. Wasn't that like Total Recall or something like that?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could have been him.
Total Recall.
Was that Tom Cruise?
That was
No.
not
It-
Tom Cruise.
No,
Yes.
definitely not.
He's been in
That
in a
was-
lot of movies.
I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger
It was.
It was.
in the
Oh.
original, and then it was remade.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
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 So,
Colin Farrell, you know, it was a great movie. You know, it was like, I think probably my favorite Western movie. And I wasn't like a huge Tombstone fan. Have you ever seen? I know. I
What?
I probably just made a lot of enemies, but
Oh, my
not
Are you
Good Will
trying to
Hunting.
get viewers?
Not Good Will Hunting. No, no, it's it was a Western movie with Colin Farrell. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
It was with the younger brothers and the James
Oh, you're talking about American Outlaws.
American Outlaws.
That was a great movie.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
It
Who was
was.
Bridget Wilson was in that movie.
And also the James Caan's son was
Yeah.
in that movie. I can't remember. He was
Little James.
Little G.
Little
J.
Little GJ.
Little J.
Little JG. Pursuit of Happiness. That is
I'm
not.
horrible. At
He is.
that.
He's
He
just
is
rolling
doing-
off
I don't
Titanic.
know
He is-
people in movies.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm bad.
That's my hidden
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
It really is. Like he's like him in movies. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yep.
It is insane. So
That's almost a family thing for you, though, isn't it? Because Kelly's that way.
Yeah, Chris is that way. Kelly's that way. Steven is.
Not so
Steven-
much.
He's that
Steven-
way.
Steven's
that way.
He's there's certain things like if it was 1980s like bands, Poison or something like he would know every song.
Oh,
I was about
see.
to say. I was
Oh,
about
there
to
you
go.
like,
You know every
It's
yeah.
very era contingent.
Yeah.
Like or Motley Crue, he would like and he likes modern stuff, but he's not with a lot of movies. He likes movies, but he's not like ridiculous.
Right. Right.
Now I watch a lot of kids movies.
Yeah. I've watched less kids movies since I've had kids than I have, but I didn't really watch them like when I was younger either. So it was kind of like when I was older. It was probably when I was watching like scary stuff. I'd watch kid movies afterwards. But like, so I haven't watched very many kids because honestly, and this is, I mean, we watched that. What was that Red Panda movie with? You know what I'm talking about?
What is the name?
It was.
of
I think
that?
it's called Turning
It was a
Red.
woke movie. Turning Red.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty woke. I watched it with my daughter, and like she had the worst nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 4. I mean, it was she turned into a huge panda, but she didn't understand I guess the imagery of I guess. Can we say it? We're guys. Can we say it?
I mean, I don't know.
The P word.
Red Dawn.
Not Red Dawn, but pretty much the same thing. Yeah, pretty much.
What happened
I
above
don't-
that?
I'm not sure. Is that a scammer up there?
We
got some-
we got a scammer live.
Do we have a
Oh,
chance?
Bobby has been
We do-
waiting his entire life.
We
for
have
this.
we do got to
ready.
tell. We have a story that we have
Oh,
to tell.
Lord.
That it's pretty amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that scared her so bad.
Wow.
Like yeah, so she was like she had nightmares, like night terrors from that movie.
About which one?
Turning Red.
Turning Red. But I had night terrors just thinking that that my daughter's growing up and that
Oh, no,
that's a very
right.
real possibility that that's going to happen someday. She's not going to turn into a panda,
She's not.
but we know what the
Unless that's her
symbol was.
superpower.
Unless that's
Unless it's
that's
her
her superpower. She
Wait,
could turn
that's
into a red
ironic
panda.
because you change into whatever you want
Exactly.
to change into. So it'd be hereditary.
Yeah, it would be hereditary.
Bro.
She turns into a red panda, but
Full
it's her
circle,
face.
dude.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's apparently called. Keisha said it's apparently called Shark Week. Yes, it is. Appropriately. We have so we
Yeah,
have the TV
there's
mounted, and so I don't know if we can get somebody or maybe Kramer. Can you fix that real quick? Can you kind of
No, it won't move, Bob.
Okay, never mind. We
It's
we
gonna
can
be there.
kind of read the comments, but we're still gonna
Yeah,
try to
there's
shout
a-
them out.
There's a beautiful
So,
line right across.
We're
there.
gonna butcher them so bad until we get
Yes.
it right. So
No, not Kung Fu Panda. Austin, for the love.
That was a great
John,
movie.
yeah,
was a
John,
great
that
movie,
was a
though.
great movie. Jonathan said Turning Red was one of the worst Disney movies ever. I didn't say it. Jonathan said it.
It's in our comments. We
Yeah.
just had to read it.
Well,
It is.
he's a Disney aficionado.
And he is a Disney
I
aficionado.
mean, he
So,
knows all things Disney.
Jonathan, best Disney movie ever right now. What is it?
That's not a fair question.
Best Disney movie
Austin
ever.
said Kung Fu Panda too.
That- Kung Fu Panda 2. I will say what was the conversation we always had? This is probably weird to even say this. We were talking about like
How hot Bambi's mom was?
Bambi's mom is probably one of the hottest animated characters in the
Bambi's
history
mother.
of Disney. You know what I'm saying? Bambi's mom. Would you agree or not?
I'm going to pass on this.
That's a hard pass, dude.
I don't even really remember Bambi's mom.
I mean, she died pretty early.
Oh, we got.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Who's
Yeah.
that? Is that Nicole? Nicole says Lion King.
Lion King, best Disney movie. Hey,
Lion,
I'm gonna,
Lion King.
That was a great
probably-
one.
Lion King. I'll tell you, back in my wild days, I was having a bad trip, and I had to watch Lion King to come down.
Really?
Yeah. It
Wow.
settled me down.
So what
Like I
if?
went through the gamut of
interesting.
emotions of all those things, and then I was like, yes.
So that was like a superhero power in real life. So you
did.
got a bad trip, but your condition was you had to watch Lion King to come down from
That's
it.
awesome.
Hey, Chad, you're gonna have to. What did Jonathan
Big
say
Dog
there?
says
we need to
best
see more.
Big Dog says best Disney movie ever. Remember the Titans. I absolutely love that.
That's a great movie.
Love
I
that
didn't
movie.
even think of that.
Because what did Jonathan say there? Jonathan said. Let's see. What?
Beauty and the Beast, Hercules,
Hercules.
Emperor's New Groove.
Okay,
Emperor's New
I
Groove.
absolutely have to agree with the last two. I'm not a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, but Emperor's New Groove, I could watch that.
Chad
on
will take
repeat.
tremendous offense.
And-
My kids, my older two kids, love the bottom two. Tiffany loves Beauty and the Beast, but
Yeah.
Kaylee and Chloe, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
And the
Such a
other
good
one.
movie.
Awesome.
Hercules?
What did,
Love
Space Jam. Okay, Space Jam was the jam.
But it wasn't a Disney movie.
Space Jam wasn't Disney though, was it?
It can be whatever it wants to be.
It can
Now it
identify
can.
as a
Now it
Disney
can
movie.
identify as
Well,
a Disney
LeBron
movie.
James is in the new one.
Yeah,
And that's why it tanked. But
Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah.
get into that.
What's Toy Story?
Toy Story is
Disney.
Pixar, isn't it?
Pixar,
It's
but
Pixar.
Pixar.
It's still Disney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's great.
yeah. Which one?
The OG.
Just one.
OG.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
To Toy Story 1.
Yeah. There's no other one.
Not in my book.
No, my daughter Kaylee tries to tell me about Lion King 2, and I'm like, there's not even in my mind. There's
The
not
story
even
Yeah,
a
there's
Lion
not.
King 2.
Yeah, I mean, they
never
wasted
happened.
money on that, but yeah, but no, it's not. It's not there.
Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
right.
we won't go into the full details of this, but did you see where Elon Musk cost Disney 23 million subscribers overnight?
Are you kidding me?
I didn't, but I'm intrigued.
So Elon Musk is on this interview. You have to look the interview up because he gets into some language that we're not going to use here. But Bob Iger was in the audience. Like all these high CEOs are in the audience. Elon Musk is being interviewed. And they said, well, it seems like this last tour that you took around, like this flight, you went to Israel and you went here. It seemed like an apology tour because he had said something that people didn't like, and advertisers were pulling money.
Yeah.
And so this interviewer's like, well, they're gonna pull their advertising dollars. What is your response to that? He said, oh, they're gonna try to blackmail me so they can have their way. And I'll let you fill in the blank. He said, oh, well, they can go themselves.
Okay. What was he saying right there?
Love.
Okay.
No.
Love.
They can go
That
love
is not
themselves.
what he said.
Justin Bieber said that.
And the interviewer had
song
this
about
look
it.
on his face, like he was completely just like, "Oh my Lord!"
Oh, no,
Because
he
he said,
didn't.
"I mean,
Yeah.
it's Bob Iger,
Yeah.
Disney CEO, and all these thousands of other
Yeah.
CEOs, like highfalutin people, whatever you want to call them."
That's amazing.
And the guy's like, "I'm sorry, what?" And Elon doubled down. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually,
Go
what I said
Megaphone.
was,
What I said was,
yourself."
Yourself.
Like he
Oh my
literally
goodness.
slowed it down and put a
Love.
period after each word, and the guy just was like,
in awe. Just,
and he said, "Oh, hi Bob, if you're out there." Shouted out Bob Iger. The next day, Google Trends had how to cancel my Hulu and how to cancel my Disney was trending on both of them. 23 million subscribers lost overnight.
oh my goodness,
wow.
that is
Overnight.
crazy. That's
Well, when
crazy.
You can
That's
fake a
Elon for
moon
you.
landing
And that is nothing
send
that
people
we're
to
ever
outer
going to say
space.
to
There
you
you go.
viewers. We would never tell you to go love yourselves.
No.
Because you guys are amazing.
Absolutely.
And as long as you keep paying us $4.99 to give out happy birthdays, hey, I don't care if it's your birthday or not.
I just do
Right.
Venmo.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So anyway, yeah, I
That's
just thought that
awesome.
was crazy. I was like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
That is
So,
But the only thing crazier than that would be a story that I heard recently about a job offer.
about a job offer
Yes. A job offer that you received.
from the scammer.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, so this did
segue.
actually.
But not just the job offer, but then you called me.
So okay, so this wasn't even the job offer. That was a separate
Oh,
one.
that's a separate one.
But this one was pretty great. So I was down here. I was working in the studio, and I get a call from a number that I don't know, and I always answer my phone.
He's the only person
yeah,
doing that because I
what's-
get a call from somebody I do know, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't know who
it's
that
like
is.
no, I'm not doing it. I do have to look at this because I've been getting a phone call from SiriusXM. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who SiriusXM is, but
You would probably
Sirius.
want him as a sponsor.
Stop calling me. That's probably what it is.
Oh,
no.
They want to.
We're
Yeah,
selling
they
out.
want to. And I will sell out. You better believe it.
Syndicated channel
You
292.
better believe it. SiriusXM has tried to call me twice the last couple of days, so that might actually be a thing. I just haven't answered that. I'm not sure, but
All right.
I get a phone call. This guy, he's not American. We'll say that.
Big shot.
I'll let you, fill in the blanks. And he basically calls and
He's
is like,
Canadian.
hey, he's like, you're retired, right? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm retired. And so he's like, okay, great. I'm from Publisher Clearance House. Do you know what this is? I'm like, of course I do. Yeah. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to give you $2.7 million today. And I'm like, oh my God. So I started freaking out. I'm about to get $2.7 million. Are you kidding me? He's like, what I need you to do is I need you to go get some vanilla gift cards from the store. And I'm like, okay, absolutely. Let's do that. Right. So I've got him on the phone for about 25 minutes while I'm still down here working. And then he's like, are you going to the store? I was like, yeah, but I don't have my car right now. So I'm gonna have to walk. He's like, well, how long of a walk is this? It's about a 20-minute walk. So if I start right now, he's like, oh, okay. All right. So he's sitting there just chit-chatting and everything. And he's like, all right, partner. All right. He kept calling me partners. So the key is you got to match them. You know what I'm
match their
saying?
energy.
Right.
And when they start getting angry with you, you got to get angry with them back. You're
Which is the
offended. You're
greatest thing
offended
ever.
that they're angry at you. And so I'm sitting there, just stringing them along a little bit. And he's like, all right, you got to go. Here's the plan. You're going to go to the Dollar General because that's the closest one to my house. And you're going to get, it was $300 worth of vanilla gift cards to send to him so that he can then bring me $2.7 million in cash.
Well, what's vanilla gift cards?
I'm not totally
It's
sure.
just like a MasterCard or something like that.
I think
but
it's
you
just
can-
one of those-
Yeah,
It's
just
a
like a
reloadable-
Visa gift card or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It can go to anything.
Yeah,
pretty
and so
much.
so I've got him on the line and everything, And he's like, what are you doing? I said, hey, I got to get some pants on. I'm not even ready. I wasn't prepared to go. So I've got to get clothes on. I'm just standing here in my underwear and my socks.
I just use my superpower.
Yeah.
I got to put clothes on.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So I'm like, I've got to do something. So give me a minute. Let me find my shoe. And I'm like, and so he's like, all right, partner. All right. And he's going and he's like, are you dressed yet? I'm like, yeah. Does it matter what shirt I wear? He's like, no, it doesn't matter. Just come on. So I'm like, all right. So we get out there and he's like, I said, man, it's cold. I was like, I need to go back and get a jacket. So he's like, and he's getting frustrated with me. So I go back and I'm like, I was like, light jacket. Should I go anything bigger? And he's like, I said, it's like 37 degrees out right now. It's really cold. And I said, is it cold where you're at? And he said, yes, because I'm in your city, USA. So I know that it's the same temperature as you. I'm like, oh, I was like, you're in my city. And he's like, yeah, you're in my city. Yeah. Okay. So then, I'm walking. He's like, I don't hear any cars or anything. Well, I was like, well, I said, well, first of all, I don't remember what he said his name was, but I kept calling him John Goodman. And I was like, it wasn't that. He said Jake or Jason or something, but I kept calling him John Goodman. And I was like, nice. I said, are you related to John Goodman? He was like, no. And I was like, well, I really like John Goodman. And so then he assumed the identity as John Goodman. And so John Goodman is telling me as I'm going to the store, he says, I don't hear any traffic. I was like, well, John, I said, if you were in my city, USA, then you would understand that there is no traffic. I was like, we're in freaking the country, dude. I was like, you're going to hear a cow move before you hear a car. And so he's like, yes, I know this. Yeah, because I'm here in your city. I'm like, yeah, of course you are. I was like, okay, John.
John Goodman
Yeah,
knows.
geez, John. So we go in. So this is amazing because we go in. I'm standing outside. I'm not actually standing outside, but I'd had him on for about 45 minutes at this point. And so I'm standing outside of the Dollar General. And again, I'm in my studio, so I'm talking in the microphone and everything, and so we got all that set up, and that's important here in a second. But we get in there, and he's like, all right, before you go in, he said, let me give you the rundown. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go in there. You're not gonna give the phone to anybody. You're gonna keep me on the phone, partner. You're gonna keep me in there, partner. I was like, all right, partner. All right, I'm ready, partner. And so he says, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in there, and you're gonna say, very important. You're gonna say $300 vanilla gift card. Do not tell anybody what this is for. If you tell them what it's for, you tell them this is for your friends and family, and that's it, and that's all they need to know. They don't need to know anything else. Yeah, you just tell them to go love themselves. So I was like, all right, I got it. And I'm like, I'm practicing it, but I kept intentionally getting it wrong, and he's getting frustrated with me. So I'm getting frustrated with him, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying. Like, I'm trying my best right now. I thought we were friends, partner. And he's like, no, we're good. So he backs down. You got to match it immediately. When he starts, then you keep him. So he's like, this guy is stupid. So I'm like, all right. So we get in there. So we go in there, and I've got him, and I'm kind of playing both parts at this point. So I'm like, so I get up there, and I've got it. And I said, ma'am, I said, do you have vanilla bars? And he's like, no, not bars. And I was like, and so I was like, all right, where they at? And so I go over and I'm like, dude, I'm looking. They don't have vanilla bars. I said, they got chocolate bars. They got peanut butter bars. They don't have vanilla bars. He's like, no, cards. They're the cards. You got to go to the cards place. I'm like, okay, all right, cards. He's like, you know where the cards are, right? Behind. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So I go over there. I'm like,
because you're in my
right,
city. You know the store.
You know this, right? So he's like, so I go over to the cards, and he's like, all right, do you see any vanilla cards? I'm like, no.
Sympathy card.
Well,
exactly what I said.
That's exactly.
I said, he's like, what do you see? I said, get well soon. Thank you. Happy anniversary. He's like, no. He's like, like the lottery, right? And I'm like, yeah, the lottery. And he's like, you don't see any of those? I'm like, no, they don't have those. This is the dollar store. They don't have those here. And he's like, well, where else would they have these? And I was like, oh, you're talking about Food City. And he's like, what is Food City? I said, well, you're in my city, right? And he's like, yeah. I said, it's the grocery store. He's like, how far a walk is that? I said, about 20 minutes. So I keep putting him on hold. And so I was like, and I'm talking to him. I said, I like you, John. I was like, I'm really excited to meet you. I really like you, John. He's like, yeah, I like you too, partner. I said, but not like that, John. I was like, I don't like you like not romantically, John. Like, I'm not trying to hook. If you like dudes, John, that's okay. And he's like, I know, I don't. I was like, okay, but if you like dudes, you can. I don't care, John. It's up to you. So I'm talking to him, and he's like, why don't I hear cars? I said, I told you, John. I'm out here. You're not gonna hear cars. So this is amazing because we get over finally about 20 minutes later, he gets in there, and or I get into Food City, right? And I texted Kevin, and Kevin's at the store, and I said, hey, answer my call. So I'm in here. I've got the microphone. Got him on phone, and I call Kevin on Messenger on my computer, and all you hear are other people in Kevin's store, and you hear Kevin beeping, and you hear him talking to somebody. And I said, all right, I'm standing in line right now. I'm over here with the guy, and he's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. So I was like, so we get in there. We get up there, and I was like, all right. I was like, what is it? He's like, okay, so what do you do? I said, all right, I need 2.7 million vanilla bars. He's like, no, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. And I was like, so I kept intentionally he's getting angry, and I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do, John? What do you want me to do? I said, I'm kind of freaking out. I've got some anxiety right now, John. What do you want me to do? And so he calms me down. I'm ready to go. All right. The lady in front leaves because we heard her leave, and he said, thank you. Have a nice day. And she goes on. I said, hey, excuse me, sir. And Kevin's like, yeah. I go, do you have any vanilla gift cards? And Kevin goes,
I was like, absolutely. We've got chocolate. We've got strawberry.
and this dude goes,
hang up.
this dude goes, click. He's like, I'm done. It'd been an hour and a half that this guy had been with me. He was like, I am so done with this guy. Like, he was just done. This dude, he said, absolutely. We got vanilla, we got peanut butter. This guy's done with us. It was amazing. So
that was amazing.
I tell them every time because they put you on like a don't call list if they realize they're not going to get anything. And I'm telling you, but they text me. They'll message me on Facebook. They'll call me. I welcome it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do. But yeah, that was the best thing too. And you got to see it firsthand too, because he was literally I was like, hello. He was done. He did not call me the rest of the day. So John Goodman,
you called him back, didn't you?
I tried to.
No, you got him once.
I did.
When you first called him, he answered.
Yeah, but then after that second time, he blocked me.
Yeah, it was over.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Scammers are blocking you.
Scammers are blocking me. They don't want to.
Bob gets blocked by
Look
scammers.
how elaborate you are too, though.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with
That's
me.
impressive. I like that.
That's dedication.
Yeah,
is what
it
that
is.
is.
So
an hour and a half of your time.
I know.
I mean, that is
I know, and it's like all while I'm still doing other things.
I was
too,
going to say, but you got to
yeah.
understand, it's an hour and a half of Bob's time, which means
Yeah.
he was doing 30 other things.
Yeah.
Well, then
And
he was
and
on
he
hold
was
for
on-
20
he
minutes.
was on hold for the most of the time.
About
I
to
like
say,
to
I
leave him
can
on
see
hold
that.
for a long time. And here's what's funny too, and I started doing this. I'm not even kidding. If they're here, I'll put like Arabic music on as like a hold music. like elevator music. I'm just like, hey, let me put you on hold for a second. So like, I'm not even kidding. So that's been one of my favorite things that I start doing right now. So
That is amazing.
yes. So scammers are welcome to call me anytime they want to.
No more.
So have you guys seen A Christmas Story?
Oh yeah.
You know that one, right? The classic.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where like the family goes into the kitchen to eat, and like these dogs grab their turkey
Yeah.
and just eat the whole thing to bone, right? So they go to the Chinese restaurant, and they order duck, and then you got like the waiters or whatever come out, and they're all Chinese, and they're singing "'Tis the Season" to be jolly or whatever. And so I love that part because I was working at Lowe's one day, right? And I'm in this it's called an order picker, and it's just a machine that we drive. And I'm singing this song to the top of my lungs, just like they do, right? So, 'tis the season to be jolly, fa ra 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 ra. And that's loud, dude. This is loud, okay? And as soon as I come out the aisle, here is the light bulb aisle, and there's a Chinese guy standing right there looking at the light bulbs. And this dude is 5 feet from me, so I know
I thought
he
you were going
heard.
to say he's 5 feet tall. I was like, we knew that.
Probably about 5
We
feet
knew that
tall.
detail.
But so I know he heard every word of that, and he didn't acknowledge me a single time. No
Dude.
chuckle, no look over.
You'll be haunted by that
Yeah.
for the rest of your life. Did he really hear me?
That's amazing.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Well, like he could have had an AirPod in or something, and he didn't hear you or something.
I think it'd be more funny if he did hear me and just not said anything to me.
Because what are you going to say at
He's just
that
being
point?
nice.
I'm just like, sorry. What do you do in that moment?
He's like, what?
I don't think
Oh.
you say anything. You just
Can't.
acknowledge
You
the
can't
fact
say anything.
that this just happened,
Yep,
and then you keep
And then
singing.
move on.
Yeah.
I did hum. I
You just-
did keep
At
humming.
some point, you just got to own it and be like, hey, yeah.
Or you could have been like, me so sorry.
That's awful.
That's,
You could have
that's
been.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you're going to own it, just
Yeah, just
full
embrace
head
it.
dive into
Or-
it. It's
or-
over.
So I kept-
Just keep singing.
Yeah. Or you could just make it seem like you have a speech impediment. Yeah. And be like, yeah.
I
Yes.
just keep talking the same way.
You're like, oh, hey, bro, I'm so sorry. You know, like, can I help you, sir? Yeah. Yeah. I would just completely, yeah, at that point, you own it. You've got that speech impediment for the rest of your life. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's
Just in
not.
case you ever run into
Yeah.
him again.
Yeah, that is funny.
Oh God,
Oh, man. No, but,
that is amazing.
yeah, but I wanted to tell the story. I want you to tell the story
Oh, no.
Oh, I know where this is going.
about the nebula. You gotta.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
wait.
You want me to?
I
I'm a
went-
very unreliable narrator in this story.
I'll try to help you with it. That was so much fun.
It was fun for you. It was
was-
a lot
it was
like
hilarious.
the prank call. You know, the scammer, because I remember very little. I'll try.
Make sure you're getting that mic.
Lean in. Yeah.
Okay. If you don't know me per se, I'm sure Bob's got a lot of viewers that don't know me. I had a history, we'll say, with substance abuse. And I had been kind of sober for a little while. I think I was moderately sober, we'll say. I was playing, we were sober-ish. Not we, you were always sober.
Yeah,
you was always sober.
I was sober. You were just so much fun.
And, you know, so I got a wild idea. I was watching Ancient Aliens, and like they were talking about a nebula, and I was like, man, like we are going to be able to see a nebula tonight.
Yeah.
So we went everywhere. I was like, Bob, we've got to go find a telescope to see this nebula tonight. We're going to see this nebula. I mean, it's the perfect night. I don't even know. There could have been clouds out. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the weather was like, but the weather in my head was fine. Okay. So we traversed to Walmart, which if you're going to get anything, you go to Walmart. So we looked everywhere for Walmart. The only place we could find a telescope was the kids section.
Yeah. It was a toy.
Oh
This wasn't even a real.
So
Was it
We're
a
gonna find this
kaleidoscope?
No,
or an
no.
actual-
It was like a $20 toy, and I don't even think we had $20. I don't even know how we got the money from.
well, we're not going to talk about that. Sober-ish. We'll remember that. So we get it, and I don't know how this night plays out. I kind of go fuzzy. I think I'm doing.
You went
Go
fuzzy there
fuzzy.
because I don't know what we were looking at, but we ended up going to my uncle's house. Uncle Paul, rest in peace.
Yeah, Paul was.
He was, yeah. But he didn't.
We have a
It
story
had
about
nothing to
that.
do with that night. This was
didn't.
like
We
way
have-
later in life. But because this was several years ago. But we ended up going to his front yard. I don't know why. Probably because it was close. It was like farther away from town.
Yeah.
It was kind of out in the country. And then we set up this kid's telescope. You could see it better with your eyes. You could see, like it was one of those things where like buyer's remorse set in pretty quickly. And
Yeah.
$20 was a lot of money to me back then. So
Did you buy it?
I don't think I bought it. I don't
If you
remember
didn't
where we
buy
got
it, then I don't think I ever had buyer's remorse.
Oh, well, then
There was no buyer.
That might have been it.
Yeah, we
Said-
didn't care about it. But yeah,
Austin
the
said,
nebula-
"Who's the guy in the Titans jacket?" You,
Bruh.
he knows who that is. Sorry, I was.
Austin is that guy.
Austin is that guy. You
He's
know
that
he's
guy.
that guy. It's Austin. Austin's the guy in the Titans.
So I want you to tell them about. I don't know how about our ghost hunting days, but how my
Bruh.
still to this day, I get up all night. I
Yeah.
sleepwalk, and we have been doing this ghost hunting stuff. And then you stayed over at the house.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that was so terrifying. So yeah, so we went through the stage where we were watching like Ghost Adventures and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we were really into that show and just kind of watching it. So we're like, if they can do it, we can do it.
We can.
Right?
We did ghost hunts in the church.
We did, and yeah, and I won't ever do that again. There's a lot of
The
things.
church is about the creepiest place
Gotta
you can
say-
be. when
Yeah,
there's
because
no
I
lights
was
on.
scared to go in. Like, listen, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. If you've ever been in a dark church
Yeah.
and had to turn the lights on or turn them off, it's one of those things. Like, you ever been walking down a hallway,
Oh yeah.
and then like,
It's just-
and then you shut the lights off, and I don't care how, like, I don't care how big you are as a man. If you shut that light off,
You
and
pee
you
a
get
little
3
bit.
steps, yeah, you're peeing a little bit, just a little bit.
You're walking a little bit faster.
Just a little bit.
That and stairwells.
It is like
stairwells are the same way.
as every step that you take, your butthole's clenching a little bit more until you realize, hey, I'm running. I'm running. I get to the very end of it, and like, cause those steps down there, I would start off, and I get to those steps, and be like, all those
That's where we got our most activity.
it
over
really
there.
was. It really
Oh
was.
my goodness.
So, but yeah, so we decided we were gonna go, try out these like, graveyards and stuff, and get this EVP that we bought for like $20. It was
Yeah,
pretty.
that we did pay
Again,
for that.
$20.
Yeah, we did pay
We
for that.
actually paid for that.
Okay,
We
there you
did.
go.
So yeah, we. So, did we?
was really an
did we
ohm
steal
meter.
the telescope? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
But yeah,
Plausible deniability.
so we decided to do that. We decided we're gonna go out and make this a thing. So we would, we got out so we were kind of like on edge because of that, because we were actually there were some things that were questionable, and like if you ever watch those shows where like you play it back and it's like. And it's like, oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Did you hear him? He said he had ramen noodles.
So
That's so
I mean,
weird
here
and
it-
specific.
yeah. So there was a lot of that, but there were some things that were like unquestionably like there was interference. There was something I can't say what I don't know
No,
what it is,
it was
but there
weird.
was interference, and it was very weird. But Kasey would always sleepwalk anyway, and he to this
And
day,
eat.
you still sleepwalk.
I do. Yeah.
And eat. And we were over at your house or my house.
That's another,
One of our houses.
Murky. That's another murky.
It was one over there, but one of us was staying the
detail.
night with the other one, and I remember and Austin said it gets real dark downstairs, and that's where, that's exactly what we're talking
Did
about.
you see what Josh said?
No, what did he
He
say?
said, and that's why Walmart has door checkers now.
Hey,
Check the
hey,
receipt.
shout out to Gail Lewis.
Yeah.
Shout out
Gail
to
Lewis.
They lost a good one.
Yes.
Gail Lewis,
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
Right. Gail isn't
Hippie.
dead, but and hippie,
Yeah.
and hippie. But no. So he I think he was at my house.
Okay.
Because but yeah, so I remember literally like it was like at night, like probably 1 o'clock in the morning. You had already fell asleep, and I was still up. And then homeboy is like in a dead sleep, and he just shoots it, and he just like gets up, and his eyes are open, and he looks like just straight at me, and he's like staring at me, and I'm like, oh my god, like what is gonna happen? And then he just kind of smiles, and then he just lays back down. Just goes, I'm like,
But this was a common occurrence.
it was like that happened all the time, but I mean,
Yeah,
that
exit
freaked me
stage
out.
left.
Yeah,
is what
I was like,
would've
all
done.
right, yeah, I'm out. You can stay at my house. I'm gonna go to your house
I'm gonna go sleep in the yard.
because that happened all the time. Yeah.
So
That's
So-
crazy.
But yeah, we used to, that was one of very many occurrences that kind of happened back in the day.
yeah, it was. We had a lot of good times. We did some weird stuff.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like,
But memorable stuff. Like I can
Yeah.
look back now and say, man, I'm glad we did that.
we did.
Bob, there's something I want you to specifically talk about. No,
is
it
that?
just now hit me.
Oh.
Do you remember the firecracker running away story?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that was so
I
funny.
haven't heard this in forever, so it's still gonna make me laugh.
So do you remember Kyle Lindgren? I'm gonna
did.
shout him out.
What's up?
Shout out to Kyle
What's
Lindgren.
up, Kyle?
He goes to school with us.
Yeah, Kyle Lindgren. So we were best friends growing up. We were at my sister's house. I think it was for like my birthday one weekend or something. 4th of July. That's what it was,
Okay.
because we had fireworks. And so we're over at my sister's house.
Just because there were fireworks does not mean it's 4th of July.
This is
He was
true.
involved.
This is true.
There's a good chance it could have been
This
just
is-
like March the 3rd.
Martin Luther King Day.
This is true, and this is one of those things. This is so funny. We've got to get him on here. That would be so funny because there was a lot of stories. We set so many things on fire when I was with him. But what was really really funny about this night is Jackass had just came out, and so we'd just seen it. We're like, hey, let's do what they did on Jackass on the movie, because we're impressionable, teenage kids, and that's what we're gonna do. And so we get out there, and we had bottle rockets. Well, we didn't really have bottle rockets. We had some bottle rockets, but we had bigger rockets.
Yeah.
Right. So there's this part in the movie, if you've seen it, where they pull their pants down and then they kind of put their legs up and then they put the bottle rocket in their beehole and then they fire it out and shoot it, right? And we're like, this would be so funny if Kyle did this, right? So,
And you should know
Kyle
that
did this.
in all these things, Bobby is the one that instigates all these. He's not
Dude,
the one that's
I do.
participating.
Now, and there was a time in my life though where I was the one that was doing it, and like there was a time where I feel like I paid my dues.
There's a bathtub
Yeah.
that has paint to this day.
to this day in it because I was trying to paint some speakers in my mom's. Yeah, I got.
That's a whole
You
nother-
can get high of spray paint. You can if you shut the door and you're in a single wide trailer and you're painting
In a 4x4
speakers
bathroom.
in a 4x4 bathroom. That's a very real thing. But yeah, so I feel like I did. I feel like I paid my dues, but I do instigate a lot. But I was like, all right, hey, this would be so funny if you do this. This would be great. But the thing is like we'd already shot off all the bottle rockets in the bottle rocket war, and we had these real big ones with the thick sticks, right? So we're like,
He said with the thick sticks.
with the so it's
With the
basically
chicken strips.
it's basically the same thing. But
Basically the same
but it
thing.
was the funniest thing in the world because he gets down and I don't know, like if it was me, I would just take my pants and underwear off. But he decided to go ankle down, okay, which is a bold choice. It's a bold choice. But he goes ankle down with both of them, and he's cupped, and then he lays down on his back, and he's got both legs up like a V,
Knees by his ears.
knees up by his ears, right? And so he gets situated, right? And he's got it, and it's one of those big big rockets,
It's
right?
one of those with the parachute.
Yeah, it's one of the so it's one of those big rockets.
Everybody
So
knows.
It's strapped on a 2x4.
he gets a lighter, right? And he lights it, and you hear it, shh, and then you just see the instant regret on his face. And he goes, I can't, and he starts freaking out. And so he rolls forward, right? And now he's on his feet. And what did we talk about last week? His butt cheeks are clenched because now he's standing up.
Because he's standing up.
His butt cheeks are clenched. Now his butt cheeks got a real good hold on it, right? So instead of him trying to pull it out, he tries to run. So he tries to run,
away
run
from it.
But he can't run because his pants are down to his ankles. So he's kind of hopping, and he's hopping in the front yard. And then this thing, at first it goes, shh, right? It don't come out of his butt. So he's running and hopping. And this thing's wiggling like this, and I can't
The
breathe.
blowback
Yeah,
on that.
and I can't breathe. And this thing is going, shh, and it's burning him. And he's like screaming, ah, ah. And then so he knows the pop's about to come. So now he really starts freaking out, and he tries to jump, and he tries to leap, and so he's like, he jumps and dives and flips, and it's like, pow! I mean, like,
Could you see him at this point?
I could see him, yeah, and because I was trying my best to stick with him, but I was laughing so stinking hard. And dude, when this went off, I mean, like his pants were burnt, his butt was burnt, and he was just, but the stick was still in there. It
survived.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, that is what's up. So, dude, that was, oh my gosh, that was one of the funniest memories
That's great.
ever. But yeah, that was the best instance of
That's
park
probably my
ride.
favorite story.
Well, Bob taught me into getting on a horse one time at
I was hoping you'd get to this.
Hey,
Oh, no.
this was, oh my gosh, I was ready to kill him. All right, he's like, you want to come ride horses at Melissa's? And I'm like, yeah, you know how to you ride horses? And he's like, yeah, I'm a horse rider. That's what I do.
I ride horses.
I do
You
that.
can tell by looking at me, that's what I do.
And like, I do this all the time.
rides horses.
Right. And I'm like, okay, he does it. I told you I had a questionable past. My decision-making skills are impaired.
We're
So-
somewhat impaired.
We get over there, and I should have known we put the saddle on.
Yeah.
We strap the saddle on. I go to get on the saddle.
Yeah,
Said saddle.
Melissa wasn't there.
She
either.
wasn't. She
No.
should have been.
We needed to be
This
supervised.
would never happen.
She should have been. I get on the saddle and it starts going like this.
Yeah.
Like I start falling off the saddle. Like I don't
Yeah.
think it's tight enough, bro. And he's like, "Oh, let's fix it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's
So,
fine."
so you hopped up, and I thought I was gonna break the. I don't know why I thought I was gonna break this horse's ribs. I'm like, this has to be tight enough, right? Nah,
It wasn't.
it wasn't.
They
So,
are
Yeah,
monsters.
you get back on.
So I get back on and we tighten it back up.
Yeah.
And I get on this horse, and then it just starts going.
Well-
It just starts going.
Okay, but in your mind, that's what happened. But what actually happened was this is
What
why.
happened? Tell me the different perspective.
So here's what. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be honest with you. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I really hope I tightened that enough, but I didn't.
I don't think
but,
you did.
But I had the horse on a bridle, and I was gonna lead you to the gate and open the gate, and I got you to the gate. You're on it, and Melissa had these 3 big dogs that were so stupid and loud, and they coming across the barn, and they're like, row, row, row. And when they did, it scared the crap out of the horse. So the horse started bucking it, and I was like, all right, I ain't trying to find the sword. And he's on the horse, and he goes, boom!
I didn't
and,
make it 8
oh,
seconds.
I
I,
mean-
didn't make it 2 seconds. I went off, and this horse is still going. And I look over, breath like,
Yeah.
And I'm seeing, all I see is Bob laughing.
And I'm trying so
He's not
hard.
helping me.
I'm
He's not
that-
trying to drag me out.
I'm the guy that like I'm like I know he's really hurting and I genuinely care, but like the horse takes off. The saddle's under the horse at this point. The horse takes off. The saddle's he's like cannot breathe, and I'm like, oh, so I'm trying to like, do I go after the horse?
Ironically, Bob can't breathe.
I can't
either.
breathe either. Like, do I go after the horse? Do I stay with him? What I do? He's like, and I'm trying not to laugh, but the
just so
dogs
funny.
circle back, and what made me where I lost it was when the dogs circle back, they come over and start licking your face. So here's the thing: Kasey can't breathe. He's rolling around in horse crap. He's got horse crap all over him.
Man.
And three
you just
dogs
added
are
some
li-
elements I don't even remember, bro.
This is why I was laughing.
I don't know
Repressed.
this. I don't know that this
And,
happened.
yeah, and then three dogs were licking his face, and then I was like, "Get out of here!" And so I'm like trying to get them away, and it'd been like the dogs had already gone. They were like, it was like a 30-second delay, and Kasey goes, "Get out of here, you stupid dogs!" And I'm like,
The first words I heard.
"Get out of here, stupid!" And then he turns around, and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" I felt so bad, but I could not stop laughing.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
But then I laughed so hard because we had to
We had to
get
go
the
chase.
horse.
We couldn't just get up and be like, "All right, that was a rough day. Let's go rest." No, we had to go find that horse.
I had the saddle
And we
under
still
the-
had to
How
get the
long
saddle
did
off the
that
horse.
take?
And then, and if Melissa's watching, I'm so sorry because she actually, like, the horse was like, could not be ridden after that. Like,
Yeah.
the horse had to go to a
Traumatized
place
the
and like learn how to like not be afraid of
Learn how to
everybody.
horse.
Yeah, learn how to be
That's
a horse
called a
again.
glue factory.
I had to learn how to horse again.
Man, that is so funny.
He's in horse rehab.
Oh, that was great. That was awesome. No, and Brent, I have to tell the story on us when remember Elizabeth Davis, and if I know she would never watch this ever, but you know him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Miss
Which
Davis.
means
Miss
she's going to
Davis.
be watching this now.
She's probably gonna, somebody tag her in it.
The algorithms are like
Don't tag
finding
her in it
right now.
because she is the sweetest lady. She was the sweetest lady ever. She really was, and she was our British Spanish teacher, which is another story. But she was from Great Britain, but she taught Spanish at Meigs County, which is makes sense. It's Meigs County.
There's a language
Yeah,
barrier there
there
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, and so, but like when we were in school, and have you been back to the high school at all since we? Okay, so they're completely lax now. This is crazy. They can't believe that we ever had a dress code, and we had,
I've got a daughter in high school, and she's like on her phone all the time.
which is insane to me.
And I got in school because I had my phone one time.
Yeah. Like I got in trouble for having my phone in my car.
I didn't have a
Y'all
phone
had
in
phones in
car?
high school?
When we were in high school, phones like kind of just came out. Yeah. So we were in Spanish class together, and every single day, like, and I'm not going to say that she was like sweet and naive, but she knew that I was full of crap. I just don't think she wanted to deal with me ever. And so, because I was late to her class like 15 minutes every day, and they were always stupid reasons. I told her there was an alligator in the hallway one time, and they wouldn't let us go. I told them that they had there was a possum in a trash can, that the hallway was flooded from the water fountain, and they had to evacuate the south side of the car. And so, but I would like show up 20 minutes late. But we couldn't chew gum, we couldn't eat anything, we couldn't even have a water bottle. We had a water bottle. We had a Coke machine or whatever, but you couldn't have it. Our dress code was so strict. We had Letterman jackets, but you couldn't wear them. Like they were so strict. And,
Like, here's Letterman jackets.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not
I
allowed.
You couldn't wear
I
Letterman
remember
jackets
dress
in school.
code because
Yeah.
we bought your clothes.
It
Exactly.
was. I remember like you couldn't have if you had a logo.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no,
You had to
not
have,
even
you had to
a
have
little
a
stitch.
pen. You had to have a
Yeah.
pen to buy a pen from the office for like 25 cents.
Yeah.
Khakis tucked in.
Yeah. Or
That seems like extortion.
yeah. Or Coach Rail would get you.
Oh yeah.
And he was oh,
It would
I
tickle
I
you.
still see Coach Rail in public and I tuck my shirt in.
I do too. I wore a suit of armor to school one day, and I got all the way to third period with my breastplate on still before I got caught. But that was the last the piece I had on. But when we got back in that classroom, I remember it was after lunch, and I don't know why, but I wanted another cheeseburger. I know why I wanted a cheeseburger. I'm not gonna pretend I don't know why. But I was drinking a Coke and I had a cheeseburger, and we're in Miss Davis's class, and she walks in and she's like, "Mr. Corber, trash can." And I was like, "Do you want me to die? Do you want me to die?" And she's like, "Well, no." And I was like, "Because I will die if I don't eat this right now. I'm borderline hypoglycemic and I've got type 2 diabetes," which I don't. I'm so sorry for anybody that was out there. I was pretending. But I wanted to eat that cheeseburger. And I said, if I don't eat this right now, I'm gonna start having convulsions and die in your classroom. Is that what you want? And she's like, "Well, no." And so I said, "All right." I said, "I'm gonna finish my burger." And she's like, "Okay." And Brent's sitting here like the next row over, and he's just looking. He's like, no way. And so he reaches in and he goes, no way, reaches his bag, pulls out a Coke. She goes, Mr. Maddron, trash can right now. And he's like, "Son of-" He had to like throw us away. Just sitting there eating a burger. He's like, no way. What are you going to do? So again, I don't know if she really believed me or if she was just done with my crap, but that was
Anyway,
It
you
just
got
yeah.
what you
it
want.
wasn't
I did.
it wasn't worth the fight that was coming.
that's the thing.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, she was like, I don't even want to deal with this. Not now.
I feel like that translates to your married life.
It is.
So
Yeah.
many times your wife's like, it's
Yeah.
just not worth the fight.
Yeah, she really is. She just shuts down. And I'm like, just bury it deep inside and never, ever bring it out ever again.
Oh.
So, no, I'm just kidding. I love my wife very much. And she also loves me very much. Say it on there. She's also, she's our moderator right now. So she does. She loves me. Don't you? Say it. She's going to say it. I promise she's going to say it. She does.
Nope.
No, but, no, but she, yeah. No, but she does. Say it. Just say it. Just say something, please.
For the love.
I gotta go.
He's
No,
in trouble.
That's amazing.
Again.
No, but yeah, this has been great, guys. I know we're gonna do Juxtabros in January. Like I said, I think we're gonna do it in the first, or not the first week, but second or third week. Really excited about that. It's gonna be a little bit of a different layout.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah,
it was
hey,
fun.
yeah.
This was
It's
so much
been a
fun,
blast.
guys. So much fun. But yeah, in anybody else got anything that they want to say before we go off?
Oh, I need to say happy birthday. No, I'm kidding.
$4.99.
I think we're up to like 20. Josh said crickets. Oh, she said sure. She said sure. So she loves me.
She
Look
said
at that.
sure.
There it
Yay.
is.
That
Yeah.
is
Yes.
that's affirmative.
That is
We'll-
affirmative.
We'll
Yes.
take that.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much out there on Facebook,
Yes.
YouTube land. This will be
It is
put up on
still
YouTube.
Not YouTube.
It'll be put up on YouTube. It certainly will. And we've got some clips that are kind of going out. Guys, feel
Yeah.
free to share that. And we got the merch too. There is actually some merch happening.
So I'm working. Yes, we're actually working on a merch store.
Yeah.
So we will have some things put together. Bryson is wanting that shirt
Yes.
so bad. That
Pay
said-
for Kramer's
it's the-
balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't use the image of Kramer. So I've got to figure out a way around that to
There's
make it make
NIL.
sense.
Would Kramer's silhouette work?
You probably can.
That is genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's got a very distinct hairstyle.
He
Because
does.
He
Bryson's
does.
like,
That'll
I would
work.
wear that.
Yeah.
So he wants it. So yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, my
But,
Lord.
hey-
yeah, so seriously, we are actually working on some merch and getting some things out
Yeah.
there for you guys.
This will be available for you to purchase.
And even if it's not for you guys, it's for us.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Dude,
I
dude,
did
I
it
would
just
do it.
for us.
I would do it. Casey, what did you get for Christmas last year for me?
I got Bob socks.
And they weren't just my socks.
They were they had the name and likeness of Bob.
Yeah,
Not
it
the
did.
name, just the
image-
likeness.
Just the likeness.
Yeah, just the likeness.
Yeah. I
wear
also
'em.
acquired these socks
You did. You
Did
did.
you wear yours?
No, I ended up getting them back. I liked it. I have his.
twice.
I wore them.
Yeah.
I think I wore them in
like I
our
wore them
Christmas
once or
play
twice.
last year.
Very publicly, you wore 'em.
I did.
Yeah, you gave me a shout out, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
so-
Your feet gave me a shout out.
You
They're
know, my
literally,
legs
they were
gave
like
me a
long
shout
socks
out.
with my face on. I think Austin, you got a pair too. Kevin, did you get a pair?
No.
You didn't. I'm
No,
gonna make sure-
who was it that got the picture? Was it Carly?
What picture?
The picture of you and Margaret.
Oh, that was Carly. Yeah, and then she ended up
Margaret's
regifting
a
it.
cat.
She regifted it to
And
me
she-
the next year.
Oh, that's right.
and that
that's
was
right.
and then somebody tried to steal it, and I was so mad. It was at a Dirty Santa. And I was so mad, and I got it back. I was like, I want that picture because Margaret died
Yeah.
after that.
But her
yeah,
tongue was always
Rip,
sticking out.
it was all.
like,
She was
Yeah,
the
Rip
derpiest
Margaret.
even when
cat.
she died, it was still just.
Yeah, I loved.
sitting
I
there.
loved Margaret.
Yes.
Yeah, she was evil
but-
incarnate.
hey,
She was
Rip Hippie, Rip Uncle Paul, Rip Margaret,
Rip
Gail?
Mac.
Was there a
Gail. Gail's not dead, but rip her as
Oh.
well. Her career at Walmart is dead. So she's been amazing.
so morbid.
Rip Ruth.
Rip Ruth,
In
not
half.
yet, but
In
hopefully
half.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If your thing is true, where you kill cats to go invisible, that'd be amazing. You can have my cat, absolutely. But have a very very Merry Christmas, and to
Absolutely.
our Jewish friends out there, Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Not with a C, right?
Not with the C,
Not
just
with
an
a C.
H.
With an H. Have a great New Year. We will see
Yeah.
you guys on the first Monday of January. That's what we're gonna do. We're signing out right now. Blanket Fort Chronicles. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Thanks.
See ya.
Awesome.